Hello and welcome to Becoming Me, a series of weekly updates where I'm trying to improve my life to the better using two books, 12 Rules for Life and Atomic Habits. This is more of a generalization, but most of my motivation or most of my hard work is thanks to these wake-up call books. I'd like to call them like this way because to me these books have held the information I have sought for several years while I was trying to improve and work harder. I always struggled with consistency, so these books were it for me. So here's a little intro before we dive into my first weekly recap of the habits I have started implementing in my life currently. Starting 2022, a little earlier, like starting December 20th, or let's just say from the path of December 20th, 2021 to the first week of 2022. So practically, I am a person who used to be a procrastinator. I used to make excuses all the time, and suddenly excuses became a lifestyle. I said I was tired from work. I said I didn't want to do this because this was hard, and so many other excuses. You know, when someone doesn't want to take responsibility for the life they are living because the responsibility is a challenging matter, they tend to have excuses for literally everything, and then suddenly there is this fall of snow, and it's this very small piece of snow just rolling down an incredibly steep hill. And that is exactly what happened with my bad habits and the habit of using too much excuses. And to be honest, I don't think I will get rid of this forever. But because we will always find excuses, no matter how productive we get, no matter how goal-oriented or identity-oriented we are, we will still make excuses when fear comes into play. But the point is to reduce excuses as much as possible, and that is by knowing the decisive moments throughout the day that will help you do that. So reading Atomic Habits has helped tremendously, especially after reading 12 Rules for Life, because if anyone here has read 12 Rules for Life, you would know that Jordan Peterson has rules in that book, and one of the most important rules, at least to me, that was genuinely life-changing was tell the truth, or at least don't lie. You start practicing the truth, you suddenly find that you are able to face yourself, and you are less likely to lie to yourself about who you are as a person, and, for example, the fact that you're wasting your life and time. I'm incredibly influenced by Jordan Peterson because this professor argues and explains points which are incredibly important when it comes to being responsible. So when he speaks about doing what is valuable and not what is expedient, and when he talks about being truthful, and when he speaks about standing up straight with our shoulders back, everything is pretty much really practical and just plays a huge role in our lives as communicators. And communicators are those who win in life. You communicate with yourself and with others, and you're able to speak of your needs and your hopes and your goals and your identity. And when you know who you are as a person and what you stand for and what are your values, you tend to have a lot more purpose while trying to do things. For example, I've always been such an healthy person. Well, I wouldn't say healthy, but I would say I was a pretty decent person when it came to my health. Although I have been the type of person that would go on and off with working out, but I always managed to at least work out once a month in the past year. So that to me is a huge victory. So here is where Atomic Habits comes into play. There are 3 rules that I love about the book that he made clear in the book and helped me implement my always wanted to be persistent with habits, such as starting small, really small. Like, we all just laugh it out when we hear that somebody has been practicing something for a single minute for a whole year, but you would not be practicing 365 minutes a year of something unless you do that, right? Because we tend to forget that the same way we started to get used to smartphones and scrolling through screens for limitless hours, 8 hours per day or something, we can do the same with good habits. So just as scrolling the phone is easy, making hard habits easy is the key point to being persistent. And I have always been the type of person who gets too hyped up and starts too big and then feels like they're doing way too much. So the first point is make it easy, make it short, and make it small. This is the first thing for me, which is helping me a lot with being persistent. I would like to exclude working out from the list because of how I have been active before. So starting big is actually working out for a full hour. For now, I work out 35 or 45 minutes as a maximum, so it's never too much work for me and it feels natural. So we're gonna start with a recap for my week. We're done with the introduction, we're done with me being a lazy bum and turning a not into a very lazy bum. So for this past week, starting from January 1st to January 7th, I was able to work out every single day without fail at a time set by me. So here is a throwback that needs to be told. I have been working out since the 20th of December, so I kind of picked up the habit by now. Repetition is all you need to do. Get your reps in. If you wake up every day and you get your reps in, you're set to go. It doesn't matter how shitty you get it. It doesn't matter how bad you are at it. As long as you're there, it's all good. Just don't make it feel like too much. I always recommend tell my friends who want to get into the habit of working out to start by 1 minute a day. It sounds like a joke when you read it, when you hear it the first time, but 1 minute a day, again, is far more beneficial than no minutes a day. You would go on another day in life where you haven't tried to be healthier. That's how I see it. But a minute is still work done, right? That's what matters. Getting work done. So I've worked out, and I actually worked out a pretty hefty amount of minutes. That actually 220 minutes in total. I'm pretty stoked to be awesome, to be honest, and incredibly proud by the process, because when you focus on your identity, which here is my health, I'm a healthy person, and this is how I view myself. When I focused on wanting and being healthy, I tend to just work out, and if I don't feel like working out, dancing always solves it. I don't want to do weights, I don't want to work out, I just dance. That's all I do, because as long as the heart is pumping, we're doing workout. So I'm pretty impressed by my own self. Okay. The second thing I'm trying to improve this year is actually my religious duty, because I am a religious person and I have been practicing my religious practices, and it has been wonderful because I am such a believer in soul to mind connections. So keeping that connection with my creator and trying to always remember that there is a greater power. I would say, to generalize for those who are not really into our religion and stuff, to have that connection is incredibly empowering. Also, here's another pillar, which is working at home. Working at home. When I'm working at home now, I'm doing chores like they're no big deal. It's all about the shifts in the mindset. Again, I started small. I started by telling myself that, okay, we're done with dinner, go and clean the dishes, because I always left the dishes for the next day. So I'm a huge procrastinator and like to repeat, still am, but improving. So for the past 7 days, I have not skipped a single dishwashing session at all. I know it sounds stupid and small, and you're like, oh, people, focus on your hygiene. Why wouldn't you clean the dishes and not? Yeah, well, I'm a procrastinator, guys. Don't come for my neck. Okay, so I was doing great. So hygiene of the house is just like, whoa. Mom is like, whoa, daughter, you're doing amazing. Oh, here's the thing. But this I have been practicing since November. I wake up at 5:55 a.m. sharp. Like, no joke. I don't even need the alarm anymore. And I sleep at 10:30 p.m. Sometimes it's 11 p.m. Sometimes it's 11:30. And by mistake, yesterday I slept at, I don't know, it just happened. I slept after midnight. But I still feel good because working out helps me stay energized throughout the whole day. And I'm not a caffeine person, and I don't consume caffeine. So I'm good on that spectrum, on that side. So biological clock is fixed. That's huge. And my relationship with money is improving. I tend to look at money differently. I work a 9-to-5 job. So it's not the best paying job, unfortunately, because I have been procrastinating, so I haven't created a better opportunity for myself to work. And this is definitely something I want to change, because I don't see myself as someone who should be in a position that pays less. But currently, I see my job from a different point of view, with a different mindset, and I see my income as an opportunity to do better things and to be able to leave my job later on. So that's pretty much it for the week. That's actually huge. I mean, I would never have thought that I would be proud of such small steps, but the improvements is amazing. Like, especially the waking up early, like without fail, even when things go wrong or I don't exactly feel like I have done much, I still have done something good throughout the day, and it just makes me so happy. I still procrastinate. I still scroll through my phone, but the intensity of how I do it is getting lesser and lesser by the day. That's pretty much it. That's the recap for the first week. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you come along throughout the journey. Consider me maybe as an accountability partner. Maybe, I don't know, write comments if you even ever reach this point in this video. I just want you to have a good day and a good life, and to focus on your identity goals. See you guys.